I'm here in Smyrna, Delaware at the Breakaway Tavern. Jeff, the ab rocker, can you believe this? I don't have a partner yet. I'm gonna go around, I'll find someone to be my partner. Everybody wants to Hey, look, it's the bar. Bar, buddy, what's going on? How you doing? Jeff Rocker, look, buddy, I need a partner here tonight. I need the special mystery partner. I gotta find someone. What do you think, bud, huh? Me and you? Huh? Come on, Bar.
Jeff Rocker, everybody knows Z-Bar only works the main event, and brother, you're just not the main event. You don't tag with the superstar unless you're a big deal. And brother, you ain't no big deal. Say it.
Bar, what's... He's already booked tonight. Man, I still can't find a partner. What is everybody's problem? Man, what am I gonna do? Somebody around here's... Hey, look who it is. Hey, it's Chad Chef. Hey, Chad.
Hey, Chad, how's it going, man?
Good, buddy.
Hey, whoa, calm down there, pal. Calm down, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Look, I need a partner, brother. I see you in front row, you know, cheering for Jeff Rocker, the ab rock.
You want me to be your partner?
Yeah.
Jeff, you friggin' moron. I don't wrestle. And if I did wrestle, why in the hell would I wrestle with you? You friggin' suck. You're a Tom Selleck lookalike, and I'm more over than you are. You suck. I wouldn't get in the ring with you if you friggin' paid me. Why don't you go find a real partner and come back when you learn to wrestle, kid?
But I'm the ab rocker. He's got no wrestling skills. I didn't really want him as my partner. I'll find someone else. This is ridiculous. There's got to be someone around here somewhere. Somebody around here's got to be the ab rocker's partner. This is ridiculous. What are we gonna do? Oh, hey, look. I know who's gonna take care of me. This is great. Hey, honey. Hey, baby. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, guess what? I got a special surprise for you.
Oh, good.
The ab rocker needs a partner tonight. You're gonna be my partner.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're gonna be my partner.
Jeff. I'm sorry I can't help you.
Honey, look, you've got to do this.
I'm not a wrestler. Are you crazy?
You've got to do this. Nobody else is gonna wrestle with me. Can you believe that?
I don't see how anybody wouldn't want to wrestle with you, but I can't because I'm not a wrestler. I'm sorry.
You know.
You're out of your mind.
All right, let me go find someone. I know who I'm gonna get. 20-year wrestling veteran. Follow me. This is great. Hitman! Hey, Hitman, buddy. Hey, man, nice to see you. Good seeing you, buddy.
What do you want, Rocker? What do you want?
The ab rocker needs a partner tonight, buddy.
And you want me to be your partner?
Yeah, man.
Are you kidding me?
You're the man.
I've been successful in this business for 20 years. Even I couldn't help a loser like you.
What's his problem? Who am I gonna... I got it. I know who I'm gonna get. The greatest wrestler of all time is gonna be my partner here tonight. Got it.
I have a couple of announcements. First, there is no alcohol permitted outside here. If you need a drink, come on there.
Put it back, House.
Also, tonight, Channel 48 WGTW at 9 p.m. Make sure you check it out. CZW Television. This is a TV taping. The tag titles are on the line tonight. As Delaware's own, the Briscoe brothers look to grab the titles from the tag team champs Dave Hatred and Nick Gage. Also, I see a bunch of weapons out here. Hold on, let me see them. In a fan supplied weapons match, three-wave death match, it will be the Backseat Boys, Johnny Cashmere and Trent Acid, along with the CZW World Heavyweight Champion Justice Payne against the CZW Iron Man Champion Sick Nick Rondo, the Big Japan Deathmatch Champion Zandig, and the Wife Beater in this ring tonight. Fans, are you ready for our first contest of the afternoon?
I hate you, Dennis!
At this time, I'd like to welcome back to stitches later, give it up for Bob the Enforcer Hartog.
What do you think about the Heart of the Enforcer, Hal?
I hate Rob Hartog.
Super Junior Division contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the land of cows, weighing in at 169 pounds, the ultraviolet Cowboy!
And there you go, John House, the ultraviolet cowboy, making his way to the ring tonight. Again, we talk about it all the time. CZW, the up-and-coming organization right now. If you want to get known, if you want to become famous, this is the place to do it. And this kid wants just that.
That's why the ultraviolet cowboy is here. And the cowboy's formerly of the big deals, Eric.
Formally, are you saying he's been kicked out? What do you know?
From Miami, Florida, weighing at 155 pounds, the Hurricane Kid.
Of course, we have seen the Hurricane Kid before, as he was a part of one of the many shows that we did at the Station 44 Firehouse, in which he competed in one hell of a match with Ruckus, unfortunately coming out the losing side of the stick. But CZW officials, they saw something in him, John House, saw enough in him to ask him back to give him another shot.
And they put him in there with the ultraviolet cowboy, Eric.
What do you think about those arms on the ultraviolet cowboy? They look a little greasy. Look a little oiled up. Do you realize that as of tomorrow, July the 15th, that will be Cowboy's second year anniversary in the wrestling business? What do you think about that?
I think the Cowboy right now is in control of this match. That's what I think.
Of course, anytime, wow, look at that Fireman's Carry takeover. Anytime we have the Super Juniors out here, you are always in store for some high-flying, fast-paced action, and I'm sure tonight will be nothing short of that.
And I don't know why we have referee Rob Hartog in there with the Super Juniors.
Why is that?
Because he's too slow.
Come on. Talk about the Heart of the Enforcer coming back 9 stitches later. Test of strength here.
If it was up to me, I would have given him 1,009 stitches.
Well, John House, what do you think about the athletic ability of the Hurricane Kid? Look at him bridging out of that there, and Cowboy holding on.
There's no doubt about it, Eric. These two guys are great athletes in the ring right now.
Absolutely, all part of the Super Juniors division here in CZW. The Cowboy, we've seen him getting involved in the big deals activities. Remember, it was just last week in which he got involved in that big three-way.
If you remember correctly, and shame me for saying this, Eric, he defeated Johnny Cashmere in Delaware just a few months ago.
Well, and you know what? Johnny Cashmere deserved it. I'm tired of singing the praises of Johnny Cashmere after what happened last week. That'll never happen again.
Johnny Cashmere, Eric Arjulo, has a new attitude. He is unbreakable. The boss tried to break him. He couldn't get the job done, and now the boss is going to pay for it.
Johnny Cashmere is a disgrace to everybody in the locker room, including myself, that stood up for him in a time of need. Johnny Cashmere is an embarrassment to us. And you know what? Maybe it was the Cowboy, maybe it was Z-Bar. I don't know who's going to go over on him next, but it's going to be a long, long day here for Johnny Cashmere when he steps into the ring tonight with Zandig, the wife beater, and sick Nick Mondo, and I hope they take his head off.
Well, the Cowboy almost had his head taken off a couple minutes there, a couple seconds ago.
Hurricane Kid, the Cowboy, big reverse knife edge chop. Wow, look at that vicious forearm.
And Eric, I don't know if the boss knows what he got himself into here.
What do you mean you don't know what the boss got himself into?
Well, check this out. He always tries to outsmart Justice Payne, never gets the job done. He made Trent Acid a superstar, and he tried to break Johnny Cashmere, and those three have formed together as one of the strongest units I've ever seen in the history of CZW.
John House, I have the feeling tonight there's just something in the air that we could actually see a legitimate murder later on tonight when Zandig gets his hands on Johnny Cashmere, Trent Acid, and Justice Payne.
We'll take into consideration this. Wife beater, Nick Mondo, or Zandig have never defeated Justice Payne ever. He's undefeated against all three of them.
Look at that moonsault there, standing moonsault by the Cowboy. Cowboy, very athletic. What do you think of the action tonight so far?
I think right now we have a very fast match in the ring right now. But you know what's going to happen later? All hell's going to break loose later.
You know, we talked about it the last time we were out here. That is gravel out there. He just landed right on hard gravel. Look at all the weapons around the building tonight. Look at all the weapons out there.
The Cowboys about to get ultra violent here in Smyrna, Delaware.
Look at it. Look at all the weapons, John House. Though I see light bulbs with tape to light tubes, tape to thumbtacks. You see mirrors, glass. This is all part of the fans supplying the weapons match. More or less, the fans are helping to dig the grave. Wow, look at that moonsault right up the steps. Very athletic, even on the gravel. Talk about the heart.
We have some very creative fans here in CZW, and that scares me.
All this, it's kind of like they are taking all part. John House are kicking dirt on top of the grave of Justice Pain and the Backseat Boys.
The Backseat Boys are perhaps the greatest tag team in the history of CZW, Eric, and Justice Pain is, without a doubt, the greatest heavyweight champion in CZW history.
Back to the action at hand. Hurricane Kid with a miss lands right on that asphalt. Did you hear the sound? Did you hear the thump? He's in bad shape. Remember what happened at Station 44 when he landed on his head?
I think it's over, Eric. Cowboy has just got an ultra-violent hardcore on the outside. Doesn't look good for the Hurricane Kid.
I think this Hurricane's been put to an end.
Did you see him bounce off the ground, Eric?
Did you hear it?
Keep in the ring.
Cowboy rolling him in. Cowboy with one heck of an effort here tonight. Usually you see Cowboy and Z-Bar, they come in pairs. I'm surprised I haven't seen Z-Bar stick his nose in this match.
And Eric, I'm impressed with Cowboy. He's been in control of this match 75%
What
of
did you
the
think of
time.
that? Did you just see that? Hartog pushed Cowboy. He's going up. He's going up, John House. What do you think about the involvement of the enforcer?
Referees are not supposed to get involved in the match. Something must be done about Rob Hartog.
Look at that, a diving headbutt, 75% across the ring by the Hurricane Kid.
1, 2.
Up and over, the shoulder.
Do you think Hartog gets mad when he has to get down and keep making only 2
Why don't you
counts?
ask him? Why don't you ask him? Why don't you go up there and ask him?
No,
He's
I
not
think
that
my
far
next
from you.
interview for CZWWrestling.com will be with the enforcer, Rob Hartog.
Stop trying to put your interviews over. Lands on his feet, a big super kick by the Cowboy. Cowboy showing me something here
It's
tonight.
all over now, Eric. All he has to do is finish him off.
Cowboy is definitely showing me something here. And here comes the towel. Has he got ether in there? Is there
It's
alcohol
over now.
peroxide? He's got the towel around his neck. Look at him rubbing his eyes right across those ropes. That's got to burn.
That's the whole idea, Eric.
What do you think that feels like? Look at Hartog. He's telling him to put the towel down. When's the last time you heard that in a ring?
Cowboy is making a big mistake here by arguing with Rob Hartog. Stay on top of his opponent. That's what he should be doing.
I think we're going to see a match here between Cowboy and Hartog. Beautiful day here in Smyrna, Delaware. Sunny. About 82 degrees out. What are you, fanning yourself?
That's your job.
And Hurricane Kid goes behind. Couple stiff elbows there. Looks like he's going to go for a Northern Lights. And a reversal to a DDT by the
He
Cowboy.
spiked him, Eric, right on the top of his head.
Hurricane Kid with 1 year in the wrestling business. A lot of potential. And it's over. He just ended it.
The ultra-violent.
In the winner of the match, the ultra-violent Cowboy.
And the ultra-violent Cowboy is victorious, Eric. I told you.
Nice shirt, Logan! Goddamn, I love you! Bring Hartog back!
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to introduce your referee for the following contest, Brian Logan.
You're both wearing gay-ass fucking shirts!
us journalists in our locker room. I ask around everywhere, who is this guy's partner?
You believe this idiot loser had the audacity to approach me when I was
He
entering?
approached you?
Yes, he did. He asked me to be his partner.
Are you kidding me? Are you his partner?
I would never be this loser's partner.
To be back in my diamond state of Smyrna, Delaware, the wrestling capital of the world.
The worst part about Rocker being healthy is we have to see him wrestle.
New Jersey bloodmark wrestling shit.
All right, very good. Take it to the locker room.
You know, I'm having people know that my other company that I used to work for in North Delaware, I left that company undefeated because that was wrestling. That was hardcore shit.
So did I. I left there undefeated too, but you don't see me bragging about it.
The firehouse, I'm the one that called the authorities. I'm the one that had the firehouse.
He didn't do anything.
Bring this hardcore wrestling trash to my diamond state of Delaware. You can take that light bulb, you can shove them up your ass, you piece of shit.
He's a liar. He had nothing to do with that.
I don't know, Eric. Someone made phone calls.
Today, and I asked every one of these wrestlers
Even you.
to be my partner tonight for my mystery partner. And you know what? Not a one of them agreed to be the Ad Rocker's partner.
There's a shock. I think our locker room just turned all good guys.
Locker room is. They're all a bunch of fat pansies that come out here and wrestle in t-shirts. So, what I'm going to do, I picked the best partner of all, and that is yours truly, the Ab Rocker, and I'm going to take all four of these jabronis on myself right here tonight.
Can you believe that nobody wanted to be his partner? He is that horrible that nobody wants to be his partner. And here we go, it's on. There you go, there's your four jabronis you're going to take on.
Adam
Big
Flash,
shot.
Doomsday, Danny Rhodes with VD teaming up against Jeff Rocker. Unfair advantage.
Max Smack might get in there and take a shot at Rocker. Look at these guys. They're using him like a piñata. They're beating him like he stole something. Can you believe nobody wanted to be his partner? I can't believe you even turned him down.
Even with my 20 years experience, Gargiulo could not help a loser like Jeff Rocker.
Even the 20 years that you've been around was enough to tell you not to team with a moron like him. And Valentine and Dahmer and the Rachis uniting here for one common cause. That's to beat up that idiot. Valentine hits the ropes and a big Canadian clothesline.
Wait a minute, who's this?
That's his wife! That's his wife! That's his wife, House!
What's his wife doing out here?
I thought we're allowed to bring our wives and girlfriends to the shows.
I heard he asked his wife to be his partner, and she even turned him down.
Are you kidding me? Can you believe that Jeff Rocker had his own wife come to his defense? How horrible! How much of an idiot? How much respect do you think that he lost in our locker room?
But it was a golden opportunity for Adam Flash and Doomsday Danny Rhodes to take advantage of the situation and take control of the match against Dahmer and Valentine.
How about Mrs. Rocker? Do you call her Mrs. Abs, Mrs. Rocker, or, you know, what do you call her?
I think
Mrs. Loser?
I think Jeff Rocker calls her boss.
It wouldn't surprise me from the looks of it. Can you believe he was that terrible that nobody wanted to be his partner? And of course, it's down to the Rachis. And of course, VD, John Dahmer. And of course, Danny Rose with the Rachi release plex all over John Dahmer.
That's power, Eric. He launched him from one corner of the ring to the other corner of the
You
ring.
think Danny Rose is tough enough to take on Old School tonight?
I think Danny Rose is tough enough to handle VD on his own.
And a big cover there by Adam Flash after a high drop kick. Not enough to put away John Dahmer. John Dahmer, a former tag team champion.
It was 2. It was 3.
Eric, I like this tag team of Danny Rose and Adam Flash. And you know, I predicted before, these two will be tag team champions in the near future.
Adam Flash with 10.5 years of experience. Danny Rose with 5.5 to 16 years of experience combined, more than any other tag team in our locker room. And a big tornado DDT attempted a block by Dahmer, who gets caught with a boot to the midsection. Adam Flash with a face buster.
And for Danny Rose and Adam Flash to beat VD in this match would have to make them #1 contenders to the CZW Tag Team titles.
Absolutely. Nick Gage and Nate Hatred are marked men. They are being hunted right now by all the great tag teams here in CZW. Danny Rose with a big elbow drop.
And now that the Backseat Boys are back together, that makes another tag team in the hunt for those tag team titles.
Absolutely. It only makes our tag team division that much more prestigious. Look at that, a double chop there by Danny Rose. Danny Rose telling you to be quiet. Added a little incentive at the end of that. A little adjective. John Dahmer with the reverse, a charge and a big boot.
Not only does Danny Rose have power, but he has speed.
And a big spine buster by Dahmer. He just broke his spine in half.
Danny Rose should tag out as soon as he gets an opportunity, because now Valentine is going to work him over.
Eddie Valentine all over him with right hands. Eddie Valentine, again, a ton of experience he brings to the ring. John Dahmer, the same. Eddie Valentine all over Danny Rose. We have seen a lot more agility out of Eddie Valentine over the last couple of weeks.
You don't want to be in the position that Doomsday Danny Rose is right now, because Dahmer and Valentine are ring technicians. They will pick you apart.
Did you see the intensity that Fast Eddie Valentine sent Danny Rose into the turnbuckle? He even fell to the ground. He shot him in so hard.
Dahmer and Valentine are not happy. They had one title shot. Unfortunately, they came up short, and they have not been granted another rematch yet.
Look at that, a big high knee by Danny Rose. You want to talk about that title shot? You want to talk about two guys that deserve it? They deserve a rematch. John Dahmer went out into that match with a separated shoulder. He was in bad shape, attacked earlier in the evening by the tag team champions. They did not get a fair opportunity.
They had a fair opportunity. They just could not take advantage of the situation.
Big high leg lariat there by Adam Flash. Kick out by Eddie Valentine. Adam Flash and Danny Rose have found themselves in some kind of a war here with old school Eddie Valentine and John Dahmer over the last couple weeks. They've had some very, very interesting matches over the last couple weeks here in CZW.
Well, ever since Danny Rose and Adam Flash got rid of Jeff Rocker, they've been on somewhat of a winning streak here.
Yeah, that's a shock.
Everyone gets on a winning streak when they drop Jeff Rocker.
No, I understand that if Jeff Rocker's wife was to divorce him, she might actually become pregnant.
What?
And Eddie Valentine now needs to make that tag to John Dahmer. Dahmer now coming into the ring. Of course, John Dahmer recently over on Japan on a tour of Big Japan Pro Wrestling. A boot and a chop, another. They set him back, both of them hitting the ropes there. Double savate kicks, spin kicks, whatever you want to call it. Brian Logan in for the 3 count.
Dahmer got a 2 count, probably only because he didn't hook the leg, Eric. That could have been 3.
Absolutely. Now, with your 20 years, you would be able to pick something out like that.
Of course, I would have hooked the leg, and I would have been in the shower by now.
And John Dahmer there shot Adam Flash up in the air. Adam Flash comes back with a drop kick to the midsection.
Adam Flash, he might be making a big mistake if he doesn't tag Danny Rose, but he did.
Danny Rose in there, representing the Rocchies. Shoots John Dahmer in, big boot to the midsection, and drives his back of the head into the canvas.
Things aren't looking good for Dahmer and Valentine.
And a blatant chokehold by Danny Rose.
It's not a chokehold if the ref doesn't see it.
Well, Brains over there getting distracted by Adam Flash. Adam Flash and Danny Rose now take him in, and a double Rachi. Double Rachi by the Rocchies, and for the 3, and no, it's only 2. He hooked the leg.
But it was only a 2 count, Eric.
Another quick tag. The Rocchies have made quite a few quick tags here today. In and out, unlike the team of VD.
That's the mark of a great tag team. Keep the fresh man in at all times.
Double arm shot leg sweep there by the Rocchies. Hook of the leg.
And if you've noticed, they're not wasting any time when they go over to make the cover.
Oh, I've noticed. VD look a little off their game tonight. They haven't been making as many of the quick tags as we're used to seeing them make.
Dahmer and Valentine haven't been the same.
Oh, is that necessary?
Of course it's necessary. If Doomsday Danny Rose wants to do it, it's necessary.
Gets the shoulder up. John Dahmer.
These fucking people are sleeping.
Danny Rose looks very frustrated at this moment.
Another quick tag.
Quick tag in. Adam Flash and John Dahmer right now. Remember the last time these two teams wrestled here in Delaware, Jeff Rocker came out to the ring and nailed Adam Flash and Danny Rose with chairs, and was that necessary? Who does he think he is, Magnum Tokyo in there?
Yo, he just hit a Hurricane Rattle off the top rope, Eric.
Got a face full of something. But of course, the last time these two teams wrestled, it was Jeff Rocker coming out and nailing Arachi to the chair. Big DDT by Diamond. Of course, BD won the match. And last week in Sewell, New Jersey, Jeff Rocker came out taking a shot at Danny Rose and Adam Flash. He also has a history with Eddie Valentine and John Dahmer. And all four members that you see in the ring right now all put their differences aside and went after Rocker.
There's two things these two teams have in common with each other. Both want to be the tag team champions of CZW, and they all hate Jeff Rocker.
And Fast Eddie Valentine with a reverse Novocaine. Up. Looks like he's going to hit a choke slam. No, a Hangman's neck breaker. And he's singling for the palm strike.
When he hits this, it's over.
Big palm strike by Eddie Valentine. And another. And a big palm strike. And a German. And he just dropped him right on his head.
That should be it, Eric. That should be it.
And Danny Rose, I didn't realize chairs were legal in this match. Open up your eyes, Logan. Eat some carrots or something. Danny Rose drops him with the Doomsday Device. And this is what they call the Rachi Rat Split. And it's
over.
And John Dahmer just had his rat split by the Rachis. Of course, the Rachis come away victors in this one, but where does this leave Jeff Rocker?
Jeff Rocker is alone. He will always be alone because he's the biggest loser I've ever seen in my whole life.
I can't believe he asked you to be his partner.
Eric, if you ever needed a partner for a match, you would ask me to be your partner.
Well, I'll tell you one person I wouldn't ask, and that'd be Jeff Rocker, or his wife for that matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't purchased a CZW program, make sure you visit that merchandise stand right over there and right back there. Also, we will be raffling off a CZW t-shirt that has been signed by all of the CZW superstars in the back. You can visit the ticket lady right over there, and she will take care of it. The contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the great state of Texas, weighing at 220 pounds, Nick Burke!
And this another great opportunity to showcase the junior heavyweight talent that we have here in CZW. What a three-way match it's going to be. Nick Burke, Ruckus, and Minoru Fujita. And John House, as you remember back at Best of the Best, it was Nick Burke who lost to Minoru Fujita in that Best of the Best tournament. He has not forgot about that. And some of the people in attendance that night voted that match best match of the tournament.
And Nick Burke, since being the world champion, has been on a losing streak, Garjula, where Minoru Fujita and Ruckus have both been undefeated in like their last 15 matches.
What's with the shoulder of Nick Burke?
Introducing his opponent from Yamaguchi, Japan, weighing at 80 kilos, here is Fujita!
From the island of Yamaguchi, right next to the island of Wally, Minoru Fujita coming to the ring. What are you looking over here for? We're not fighting you. Coming to the ring right now, getting in there, a big part of this three-way. Minoru Fujita, as of late, has found himself in quite a battle with Reckless Youth. He is 3-0 in the series of matches with Reckless Youth that was just 7 days ago, in which he made him tap out. He made him tap out again.
Reckless Youth never tapped out to Fujita, Eric Gargiulo. You were there. You seen it.
I seen it. I seen it. My 2-month-old niece has better English and grammar than you. Ruckus, a big crowd favorite here in CZW. Remember, Ruckus, you want to talk about best of the best? Let's talk about it. He was never pinned in that tournament. And last week, he was victorious in a 3-way match over Trent Acid and Z-Bar. Ruckus is on a roll, and Ruckus now considers himself the best junior heavyweight in the country.
Ruckus was never screwed at the best of the best. He should never have been in that tournament. He's overweight. He didn't meet the weight requirements to be in the best of the best.
That's not the point. The fact of the matter is, Juventud Guerrero was not there. He stepped up to the challenge. Look at all the weight that he's lost.
Nick Burke's got something to say, Gargiulo.
Look at the shirt that he's wearing.
I don't know what that man Jeff Rocker was talking about. He's the one responsible for getting kicked out of that firehouse.
Please. I agree.
I'm the one with the cell phone that dialed the police that night.
Excuse me?
It was me, because hardcore does not have a place in CZW anymore.
You jealous son of a... He's a jerk off. I'll say it. You got us kicked out of that building.
Nick Burke.
You know, he's back here with the wrestler t-shirt. Remember when he used to wear the wrestler t-shirt? He had this softcore mentality. You know, I hope you take your little wrestler t-shirt, your little bandages, and you get the hell out of Delaware.
I mean, wasn't it you just a couple of months ago telling me that pound for pound, Nick Burke has got to be the greatest wrestler in CZW?
A couple of months ago he was, but until this latest attitude change, I think things are different. Let's talk about the action in the ring with two of, pound for pound, the best wrestlers here in CZW, Minoru Fujita and Ruckus. What a classic here. Come on, Burke, get in the ring. What, are you going to go call somebody again? You're going to go tell mommy on somebody here?
Nick Burke is actually outsmarting his opponents here. He knows what he's doing. It's a plan.
And Ruckus, how about that? Taking a roundhouse right to Minoru Fujita. Okay, Burke, now you get in there. You stand off like you just did something. And a big double clothesline.
Screw you guys!
Remember, it was last month here at the Breakaway Tavern in which Nick Burke was a loser in a match with Ruckus.
Nick Burke has not been the same since he lost that world title in Dover, Delaware a few months ago, Eric.
Nick Burke, of course, remember, he was dropped on his head. Look at that, the razzle-dazzle by Ruckus. And a big Japanese arm drag by Burke.
For a second there, it looked like Nick Burke and Ruckus were going to team up on Fujita.
I don't think that's going to happen. The big leg lariat by Nick Burke. Remember, it was Ruckus that dropped Nick Burke right on his head in Sewell, New Jersey. And ever since that time, Nick Burke has not been the same. And Nick Burke and Fujita picking up where they left off on May the 19th. Get out of there, Shock.
Look at Nick Burke standing toe-to-toe with Fujita.
It looked like Ruckus was going to take the opportunity to jump out, take advantage of both men. A springboard splash. Burke hits the ropes, breaks up the pinning attempt. Nick Burke right now all over Minoru Fujita.
Look at that big karate chop to the forehead.
Oh yeah, it's a regular Ralph Macchio. And a big sit-out face buster by Nick Burke. Thank you. For what?
You know, if Nick Burke keeps this a wrestling match, he may just be able to beat Ruckus and Fujita.
He doesn't have a shot. Looks like he's going to go for a big armshaw leg sweep into a submission. And he is stretching Minoru Fujita in the center of the ring.
Come on, Fujita! You get him!
Ruckus with a big roundhouse kick to the back of Nick Burke. Ruckus, who has been on a roll as of late.
You know, if Nick Burke keeps this match in the ring, it's actually in his favor, Gargiulo.
Nick Burke, a reversal. Ruckus hangs on. A big backdrop over the top rope. Nick Burke lands on the asphalt. Ruckus with a baseball slide underneath. And Ruckus loves to take it to the floor, or the ground in this case. And Ruckus likes to call that the badass. don't know if we can say that on TV, but that's what he likes to call it. And look at Minoru Fujita in there. He smells blood. He smells blood. And Minoru Fujita with a tope. Say something.
Eric, the only way you can win the match is inside the ring. All those flips, all those high-risk maneuvers on the outside, they're all good and everything, but if you don't pin your opponent in the ring, you can't win the match.
And of course, keep in mind, fans, that this is one fall to a finish. It's not elimination style. The first person to get pinned loses and the match ends. Ruckus and Minoru Fujita teaming up on Nick Burke. What a tag team they would make.
Oh yeah, like they both really have to tag up on the poor guy.
And like the poor guy, he brought it on himself. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna call the commission again? Is he gonna go tell somebody? Is he gonna go call your mom? And a couple of... And look at that! And Minoru Fujita into the Tanaka Special 2 right now on Ruckus. A Tanaka Special 2, and Nick Burke comes behind him. I think that's a choke.
That's a chin lock, Eric.
It's a chin lock with his feet on the ropes. Cheater. He's cheating.
He's telling Hartog to ask him. Hartog should have been asking Fujita if he gives up.
And Minoru Fujita nailing the Tanaka Special 2, not enough, because if Nick Burke was not in the ring, he probably would have ended that one for Ruckus. Ruckus will get a second lease on life in this one. Nick Burke hits the ropes. And a double flapjack. Ruckus ducks underneath. Ruckus with the Parker.
All three of them are on the mat, Eric. One of them has to get to their feet.
It's any man's match right now.
Get the pin on Fujita. He's just laying there.
It's any man's match at this point, John House. Ruckus looks like he's going to get to his feet first. I thought he was going to maybe go for the Oklahoma roll. Nick Burke pushing him off. Look at the egotism of Nick Burke. Well, so is Ruckus. Nick Burke, of course, originated the softcore connection here, and CZW was dropped on his head by Nick Gage. Excuse me, he was going to go for the percolator. And Minoru Fujita with a belly-to-belly overhead throw of Nick Burke outside the ring. Remember, he was dropped on his head by Nick Gage last summer, and ever since then, he developed a new attitude here, which brought him the World Heavyweight Championship.
What is Nick Burke doing? Look, he has a steel chair. He got two of them.
He's a hypocrite. And a big double foot to the face. And Minoru Fujita's on fire.
You gotta do whatever you gotta do to win the match at CZW, Eric.
An old softcore there. Looks like he's got a steel chair in his hand. There's nothing soft about that. Double boot. And a concerto. And Nick Burke is out. And a double pin by Minoru Fujita and Ruckus.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match are both Fujita and Ruckus.
What a victory here tonight for Ruckus and Minoru Fujita over old softcore in there. When you don't call somebody a complaint.
Poor Nick Burke, he didn't ask to take on two guys in one match.
Let him go pick up his cell phone and go call and tell him. What's he gonna do? Get us closed out now at the Breakaway Tavern? Is he gonna get this tape stopped from being released? Because nobody sees the match. And Ruckus, the world continues for Ruckus and Minoru Fujita. And those are two worlds that are going to have to collide sometime here in CZW. And Minoru Fujita took an extra shot at Nick Burke. Hey, look behind you.
How you party doing here, all right?
I believe we're joined by Rob Hartog.
Yes, how you doing, everybody? Glad to be back here.
Shut up.
Had a little stint of injury there, but I'm back in full force.
John House is very happy. He was just talking about how happy he is to see you back here at CZW and how impressed he is.
Believe me, when I watch TV, I'm sure I'll find that out.
Hey, Hartog, you want to impress me? Go to the gym.
You have anything to say, Rob?
All I gotta say is 1 inch.
1 inch?
What's he talking about, Eric? He must have saw you in the men's room.
Following 6-man
Excuse me?
contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 350 pounds, Quiet Storm and Chris Divine Storm. Also, from Bushwick, New York, weighing at 140 pounds, Brian XL.
And another showcase, another look at the action that sometimes steals the show here in CZW. Chris Divine, Quiet Storm, and Brian XL, who have been on fire here in CZW. What a war they have been in as of late with the Spanish announce team. Joel Maximo, Jose Maximo, and Red. They have traded victories back and forth, but tonight it is all six once again here in the zone.
This is going to be one of the most evenly matched matchups we've ever had here in CZW.
The last time that all six of these wrestlers competed at the same time, the Spanish announce team were victorious. Last week at A New Beginning, it was Red and Jose Maximo over Brian XL and Chris Divine. The last time here in Smyrna, Delaware, it was Jose and Joel Maximo who lost the match to Divine Storm. What's going to happen tonight when all six of them get it on here in the zone?
Well, it's good to see Brian Logan's in there. He's a referee that can hang in this type of match. It's going to be a quick match, Eric Gargiulo.
It's going to be very fast-paced. This, again, a showcase of the action that we provide here in CZW from our Super Juniors. The Spanish announce team who came into CZW took CZW by storm and then seemed to have met their match as of late from Divine Storm and Brian XL. Speaking of storms, it's going to be Quiet Storm starting off first with Jose Maximo.
What are you talking about, Eric Gargiulo? The SAT have to be the favorites in this match here tonight.
Snapmare to take over into a chin lock. It looks like Jose Maximo is going to start this one out slowly tonight. Jose Maximo hanging on. Did you see Quiet Storm kick out the leg from under him? Goes behind into a hammerlock, spins him around a snapmare of his own. Extremely quick is this youngster from Vancouver, British Columbia. But of course, Jose Maximo hangs on and sinks in a hammerlock. Reversal into a headlock by Quiet Storm, a takeover. Interesting strategy tonight by both teams.
Well, I think what they want to do is take one opponent, take one of them, wear them down, get them into their corner, and double and triple team them. That's what I would do.
Well, and of course, you being a 20-year veteran, I'm sure they should listen. Well, of course, last week at A New Beginning in Sewell, New Jersey, it was Joel Maximo who was victorious over that man in the ring right now on the receiving end of a side headlock, Quiet Storm. And last time here in Smyrna, Delaware, Red was victorious in one hell of an encounter with Brian XL. So it seems thus far that the victories have gone the way of the Spanish announce team. How about Quiet Storm springing off the ropes there, reversing things, takes out the legs from under him, tornado. Excuse me, tilt-a-whirl head scissor. Snapmare once again by Quiet Storm. Takes the legs out from under him, shoots him down. Big bridge up. Hangs on. Magistro cradle roll up, but no. Jose Maximo held on. Took the legs out from under him.
What Jose Maximo needs to do is get Quiet Storm into his corner and keep him over there and work him over.
It's like a mirror match between these two. When one person counters, the others counter. They go for the same move again. And Jose Maximo is not about being a good sport. They're all the pride of Grover, Cleveland High School in Brooklyn. You think when they got into it, they had to defend each other against the seniors who were trying to take their lunch money, they shook hands at the end of the fight. No, they spit on them and took their lunch money in the process.
Looks like we have a mismatch here, Eric Gargiulo.
Side headlock by Chris Divine. Red shoots him off, shoulder takedown.
Chris Divine has the size advantage over Red here and the power as well.
Red lands on his feet. Monkey flip, but so does Chris Divine. Chris Divine and Joel Maximo have the size advantage for their teams. Red sends him in, misses with the crescent kick. Chris Devine misses one of his own. Hurricanrana.
Red's going to have to use his speed and keep Chris Devine off balance, take him to the mat, and keep him on the mat.
And it's on! And it's on, John House! I thought we were going to see Brian Excel and Red for a minute there. But again, the two final members of each team.
I think that was a very smart move, Eric, by Red to tag in Joel Maximo so he can wear down Brian Excel.
Joel Maximo had that side headlock hooked. Takes the legs out from under Brian Excel. Brian Excel with the kip up. Brian Excel rolls through. Shot to the ropes. Up. Hurricanrana. Joel Maximo shoots him off. Brian Excel lands on his feet. Snap mare into a chin lock. Brian Excel sneaks out. They both trade hammer locks. Shoots him off to the ropes. Joel Maximo with the roll through. Up. Hangs on. Another monkey flip. You know, there's Brian Excel and Red. It's like the Bizarro Superman in there.
It looks like Brian Excel is taking Joel Maximo to school.
And did you see Jose Maximo? How about Red getting in there? He's not going to let that happen to his partner. That's the thing about the Spanish announce team. They stick by each other. When you think you have one of the members of the Spanish announce team down, one will fly out from one end, the other will fly out from the other end. You can never stop them.
And that's their experience of being a tag team, Eric.
Right now, they have Brian Excel trapped in their corner. Not a smart spot for Brian Excel to be in. Signaling maybe for a vertical suplex. Spins him around with that vertical suplex. Are you kidding me, Jose Maximo?
But he only got a 2 count. Referee Brian Logan was right in position.
Jose Maximo, look at the intensity on his face.
Jose Maximo wants to win this match and end Brian Excel, Chris Devine, and Storm. He wants to put him out of CZW.
Joel Maximo now has him up in some form of a torture rack. I think he's going to torture him. And a double stomp by Jose Maximo. And here we go, John House. Once again, it is on a swanton. Drops him on his face. Welcome to CZW.
Big mistake there by Brian Excel. One of his partners should have been in there to help him because you do not, under any circumstances, let the Spanish announce team double and triple team you.
What? Easy for you to say.
Stop grabbing my leg, will you?
Joel Maximo, I don't think that's me. Look to your right. Joel Maximo shot into the corner. Brian Excel lands on his feet. Springs up. Beautiful athleticism with the Hurricanrana up to the top quickly. Joel is dazed. Big kick to the side of the face. And he spins over. Jumps up, spins around with the Ade moonsault. And let's look at what's going on inside the ring right now. Red shoots off Quiet Storm with a big side slam, and he just dropped the Red on his head. And look at Red, he's feeling it.
He's feeling it now. Jose Maximo tagged in.
Jose Maximo shooting off Quiet Storm with a big clothesline. I don't think I have seen this much intensity out of the Spanish announce team during their whole tenure here in CZW.
That was a thunderous clothesline by Jose Maximo. There's another one.
Thank you, sir. May I have another? We're calling for another one. You know what they say, John House, if you start listening to the fans, you'll wind up sitting with them.
I don't like this going for a third one, Eric.
Quiet Storm up and over. Oh! By Joel Maximo. How much more is Quiet Storm going to take? The human neck is not meant to bend like that.
I don't see him taking much more of a beating. He has to make the tag.
And the Maximo brothers now sending Quiet Storm in double boot. And right now it looks like
what is this?
And they slam him face first down. Double Boston curve and a springboard leg drop to the back of the head. Camel clutch.
Oh, they're really triple teaming him now.
And they are going to work on Quiet Storm. And Red with a couple for his own.
Well, as long as the referee doesn't start making the count, I would continue to double and triple team my opponent.
Absolutely. This match so far has gone entirely the way of the Spanish announce team. The pride of the block in Brooklyn, New York. He's calling for another clothesline. How many do you have in that arsenal? and a big power slam.
That was a beautiful power slam. Perfect.
He tags into his brother, Joel Maximo. Picking up Quiet Storm, shoots him in. And a power slam of his own.
1, 2 count. Tag red.
These brothers are something else, aren't they?
The Spanish announce team has been triple teaming Quiet Storm for a few minutes now. That was the first time they went for a pinfall cover.
It's not about victories at this point. These two teams have a rivalry right now. And a big power slam by Red.
1, 2.
Yeah, but Eric, when I was in the ring, you took the match, you took the win when you had the opportunity.
When you were in the ring, we didn't even have cable TV.
Come on, guys. 1.
Right now, Red and Jose Maximo. Beautiful double team maneuver there from the Spanish announce
That has got to be it. It's over. Pin them. Don't look to the fans. That is your biggest mistake.
Big boot to the back by Brian XL. Brian XL and Chris Devine have to be frustrated at this point. It has been quite a while since we have seen either of them in the ring.
I don't know what they're waiting for. They're never going to get the tag. The Spanish announce team, or they're like specialists, is a double and triple team, and what they got to do is take it upon themselves, get in the ring, get your 4 seconds in, and get back out before the referee reaches 5.
I couldn't agree with you more. And right now, Brian XL in the ring for the first time in quite some time. Joel Maximo up there. And a Northern Light suplex. It looked like Brian XL may have held on to a DDT. Could have been anything there. Brian
No,
XL.
but he almost broke the neck of Joel Maximo.
And once again, it is on here between Red and Brian XL. Picking up where they left off last month here in Smyrna. He's going for a power bomb off the top rope, and Red held on to a Hurricanrana. Excuse me, Red.
Talking about high risk, Eric, that was high risk.
And Chris Devine finally in the ring for the first time, and that is one hell of a forearm that Red just received to the back of his neck. Chris Devine extremely agile for his size. Up on the top right now. Red is in a dangerous situation at this point in time. And a big power bomb off the top. Are you kidding me, Chris Devine?
What is he trying to do, kill him?
Chris Devine up quick as a cat. Jose Maximo knocks the feet out right from him. Jose up on the second rope.
It's over if he hits this guard, Julo.
And a tombstone off the second rope. There are organizations and people watch every week that won't even let their wrestlers do that move. Didn't he read the memo?
It's over. Jose Maximo is wasting too much time going for the cover.
Quiet Storm pushes the legs out from under Jose Maximo. Quiet Storm now up top. Looks like it's going to be a top rope superplex. Or maybe a top rope double underhook suplex. What an arsenal of suplexes from Quiet Storm.
That may have taken just as much out of Quiet Storm as it did Jose Maximo.
Quiet Storm now up on top. Jose Maximo, Joel Maximo is feeling it right now. Up on top. And a big brainbuster right off the top rope.
That was it, Eric. That move should be outlawed.
And Quiet Storm had an aneurysm. It just burst.
Wait a minute, I thought that move was outlawed.
There is nothing outlawed here.
At least it was when I was in the ring.
When you were in the ring, the headlocks were outlawed. The big shot to the turnbuckle there. Red follows him in. How about that, Red? Showing his martial arts background, his kickboxing background. And Joel Maximo with a kick of his own. And this could be it for Chris Devine. As right now, Quiet Storm and Brian XL, they knew what was coming. They knew how to defend this. Big boot and another by Red. Brian XL in the ring. Red catches him. Has him up from behind. Brian XL holds on. And he's going to nail the exclamation point. The exclamation point by Brian XL.
That should be it, Eric. That should be over.
Two count.
And if it wasn't For Joel Maximo, it probably would have been over. Couple right hands to Joel Maximo. Joel with the reversal. Joel behind him with a German suplex. Chris Devine lands on his feet. Joel Maximo has him in position for a side slam. Couple stiff elbows. And a big standing drop kick by Chris Devine. What athleticism. Sunset flip.
But Jose Maximo in to make the save.
Chris Devine kicks out at 2. Red's now going to take a shot at this. And they're all arguing with each other about who's going to pin him. For the first time, we are seeing dissension amongst the Spanish announce team. He just slapped his own brother, and Red's pushing Joel.
Right there. Fuck you.
And Chris Devine orchestrating this whole thing. And it's on! It's on! We haven't seen this for months, and they swarmed us. Talk about psychological warfare there from the Maximo brothers and Red. Double baseball slide. Look at Quiet Storm perched. And that was a moonsault from Brian XL. And another from Chris Devine. Quiet Storm with Joel Maximo in the ring right now. Joel with the reversal. Duck under by Quiet Storm. And a backdrop driver. A backdrop driver.
All he has to do is make the cover, and it's over.
Brian XL with a big boot to the back.
Why can't referee Brian Logan contain order in that ring?
And Brian XL off the ropes with a 450, turns it into a Huda Kanrana. Jose Maximo hangs on. You know what time it is. It's time for the skillet driver. Couple shots to the back from Quiet Storm.
How much more punishment can these two teams take?
What an elbow. What force behind it by Quiet Storm. Slams Red down in the center of the ring.
What's Quiet Storm doing up there? He signaled for something.
We've seen him go for the diving headbutt many times from the top. That not being the case tonight, but he finds himself caught by the fly trap. You know what time it is now. And John House, that is the Spanish fly. The Spanish fly. And that is not enough for Quiet Storm. Red goes to the top. Red up top. Infrared! Infrared! Infrared by Red! And the Spanish announce team nail it again! The Spanish announce team win again!
Contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the CZW World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, from Laurel, Delaware, at a total combined weight of 397 pounds, Mark and Jay, the Briscoe Brothers.
Well, this is is the day of truth, the day of reckoning for Marcus J. Briscoe. Their third opportunity as the CZW World Tag Team Champions, and they have came within inches of defeating the champions and taking their belts back home to Laurel, Delaware. How many more opportunities will they get after tonight? One has to wonder if they will ever get another opportunity.
And if you remember correctly, it was hardcore Nick Gage who delivered the brainbuster off the top rope through a table on Mark Briscoe to retain their CZW Tag Team titles.
Absolutely, that was the case. As we await Dennis Shock's announcement.
And I don't remember why I came.
And introducing their opponents. They are led to the ring by Discount, Dewey Donovan, 52 pounds, the team of Nick Hatred and Nick Gage. They are the CZW World Tag Team Champions.
They are maybe the two most evil men that I have ever seen step into a CZW ring. They have no remorse for their opponents. They have no remorse for anybody else in the company. It is all about hurting people. Nick Gage, he used to be a nice guy. I used to talk to him in the locker room, a friendly kid. But you know what? He's developed quite a chip on his shoulder. Thinks he's a big shot running around here at Nate Hatred. All the two of them are interested in is hurting people. And Dewey, like Jim Jones, is more than happy to pour the Kool-Aid for Hatred and Gage.
And Eric Gargiulo, Nick Gage, and that monster Nate Hatred have defended these titles against every tag team who wanted a shot at them.
They have defended against every tag team, but how clean were those defenses? They defended against Valentine and Dahmer, and they jumped Dahmer before the match with an already separated shoulder. Of course, the last time we were here, Mark Briscoe had the opportunity to pin Nick Gage, but Dewey pulled him outside the ring. How clean have they won their matches? They're a bunch of dirty-rotten bastards.
This is CZW. You take the win how you can get it. It's beyond extreme, Daddy.
Daddy? I'm no father. I'm excited. Headlock by Nate Hatred. And of course, the Dew used to manage the Briscoes. The Briscoes for a long time wanted out of their contract with that scumbag Dew. But you know what? Dew held that contract for ransom, bribing them, using their parents. The parents, Mr. and Mrs. Briscoe, who are at ringside or somewhere in the building. They're in the corner. I'm sure at some point our cameraman will get a shot of them. The fact of the matter is, Nick and Nate, intimidated the Briscoes by standing over their parents. Then Mrs. Briscoe had enough, John House. She slapped the Dew, and then Nick and Nate brutalized. They attacked Mark and Jay Briscoe.
What are you talking about, Eric Gargiulo? The Briscoes' parents have no business being here.
They have plenty of business being here. They're here to support their kids, support their children. If you only had that support from your family, you wouldn't have turned out to be the deadbeat that you are.
And how dare Mommy Briscoe slap the Dew across the face?
She should have slapped him twice. What are you so frustrated about? Look at Dewey. That look at his face.
Dewey manages the CZW Tag Team Champions. He can have whatever look he wants on his face.
You want to talk about mean streaks, the matches, the wars, the brutal encounters between the Briscoes and Hatred and Gage has caused Mark and Jay Briscoe to develop this mean streak. They are meaner than ever. They are nastier than ever. They know what it's going to take to defeat Nick and Nate.
Well, how many title shots are they going to get, Gargiulo? They've already had 2 title shots.
Well, you know what? They've been a #1 contender in this company for the last 3 months before they even received the shot. So it is only apropos that they received more than 1 title opportunity.
He just received a vicious clothesline by the monster, Nate Hatred.
You know, most kids on their summer vacation, they go down to the shore, they get drunk, they get high.
Sit on the beach all day.
They rob old ladies. But these kids here, they have concentrated every day, putting time in the gym, putting time in the tape room, concentrating on the opportunity to defeat Nick and Nate for those tag team championships. And he just dropped them right on the back of his head.
Let's go. 2.
Nate Hatred right now in control of Mark Briscoe. Drops him right on his face.
And the tag team champions are in total control of the Briscoe brothers.
Nate Hatred right now looking for an opportunity to put this one away. Big elbow to the sternum of Mark Briscoe. They sent him in. Big double running shoulder tackle.
The champions are in total control, just like they were in their previous encounters with the Briscoes.
You know, is it coincidence that our monitor goes out at this point in time during the match, or does Dewey have something to do with it?
Well, the way I look at it, the Dew wins either way. He still has the Briscoes under contract, from what I've been told.
Holds him up for a big suplex, or you've been told, what you were told was a complete lie, a complete fabrication.
Not only that, Eric, I also heard that he gets 75%.
Yeah, real fair, isn't it? Big elbow to the top of the head.
You got to remember something. If it wasn't for the Dewey Donovan, the Briscoes would have never been the #1 contenders to the tag team titles.
And look at that double belly to back suplex by Nick Gage and Nate Hatred. Look at the intensity of Nick Gage.
Nate Hatred is a monster, Eric Gargiulo. Do you know what he's doing right now to Mark Briscoe? Not only is he choking him, but he's intimidating him with words.
And the attitude and the vicious streak of Nate Hatred has rubbed off on Nick Gage. What Nick Gage and Nate Hatred will do, there is no telling. Look at Nate Hatred going after Brian Logan. He's an official. Stick to the match, you big bully.
Well, since you know the Briscoes so well, what do you think is going through the minds of the Briscoe parents right now, seeing their sons get dismantled by the CZW Tag Team Champions?
First of all, I want to talk about that impressive Northern Light suplex into a bridge by Nate Hatred. Second of all, I'm sure the Briscoes parents are very proud of their sons right now for even getting in there and fighting these two monsters toe to toe. Nate Hatred with a big right hand. And what does Dewey have in his hand? Dewey's got light tubes in his hand. And a big German suplex jumped right on his head. Notice how Dewey puts the light tubes down now.
He tried to snap the neck of Mark Briscoe. What the champion has to do is go for some sort of a cover right now while his opponent is down.
Right now takes his head into the turnbuckle. Big boot to the midsection. And another. Nick Gage right now. A house of fire in there. He is going to dismantle these kids. Nick Gage doesn't care. It's not about titles for him and Nate at this point. It is just about a pure murder. Purely, all they have in their mind right now is just to cripple, hurt, and maim the Briscoe brothers.
The champions haven't been in control the whole entire match, Eric.
And all of these matches between the Briscoes and Nate and Nick will produce those kind of counters for the Briscoes. And the Briscoes are going to work on Nick and Nate. Jay Briscoe, a house of fire in there with drop kicks and arm drags, and another. Mark Briscoe perched up top. Big high cross body. Jay Briscoe right now in there. You can hear their father screaming words of encouragement. Mark and Jay Briscoe right now looking like they want to slow things down a little bit here.
Look at the dude. He's irate on the outside. Look at him yelling at the fans.
The dude, he's got no business to even be out here. And a suicide somersault dive by two Briscoes right now just took out your CZW Tag Team
And
champion.
Mark Briscoe held on to Nate Hatred, and he began wailing away on the monster.
And right now, a big forearm shot. And another right hand by Mark Briscoe. Right now, our monitor's out, so it's a little difficult to see the action from our point of view. Nick Gage all over Jay Briscoe at this point.
And that's exactly what the champions have to do. They have to stay on top of the challenger, and the ball is in the court of the champions when they go outside of the ring.
And don't discount this, John House. You are looking at about 300 or 400 fans with weapons in their hands. Who's to say that Nate Hatred just doesn't grab a light tube out of a fan's hand? Who's to say that Nick Gage just doesn't grab a chair or a light bulb out of somebody's hand?
Let's just say I wish Nate Hatred would grab a light tube or a chair and use it against the Briscoe brothers. They have no business being in this match today. They've already had their title shot.
You're jealous. And right now they are taking this war all over the Breakaway Tavern. The Action has seen a little time in the ring.
What's Mark Briscoe doing?
And Mark Briscoe off the top. The Briscoes right now, they need to take both of their opponents, bring them back to the ring, and turn this one back into a wrestling match, because if this goes hardcore, the Briscoes are in trouble.
They're already in trouble, Eric Arjulo. You ever hear the saying, 3 strikes and you're out? This may be their last shot at the CZW Tag Team titles.
You ever hear a ball 4? Mark Briscoe coming into the ring now, Jay Briscoe. Right now, Jay and Mark Briscoe are in the ring with one of the champions, while the other champion is out there floundering around somewhere. Briscoe bottom! Briscoe bottom! Right now, Mark and Jay have Nick in the center. Looks like we're going to see one of the patented beautiful moonsaults of Mark Briscoe. Jay off the top. The challengers can feel it. We're going to have new champions. No, not again. He screwed him again. He screwed him again. He screwed him again.
Look at the dude's going to hurt this kid.
And Jay Briscoe and Mark Briscoe have to put an end to this. What are you going to do? You had an unsuccessful wrestling career, an unsuccessful attempt at refereeing. They block him, and a DDT. And he's out of the match, and that may have evened things up right now for the Briscoes.
Mark Briscoe had no business putting his hands on Dewey Donovan.
And Nate Hatred with a sit-out tombstone. Nick Gage nails the roaring elbow. And there you go. We talked about it. The fans of these weapons. Enough's enough already. He's a kid. He's not even an adult.
He deserves
He's a sicko.
He
He's
put his hands on the dude, and he paid for it, Eric.
He doesn't even deserve to be. What is Nick Gage doing? Oh, now he's calling for a brainbuster. He's a glory hog now. And Jay reverses, and there you go. You deserve it. Schoolboy roll up. We got a new champion.
Wait a minute.
We got a new champion.
What are you talking
Mark
about?
Briscoe. They've done it. They've shocked the world. They did it. They killed the sleeping giant. Listen to this crowd.
They just stole the titles from Nate Hatred and Hardcore Nick Gage.
Mark this date of July 14th down as the Briscoes just received their diploma here in CZW. It's not your belt anymore, Hatred. Put it down, you thief. A light tube later, and Mark Briscoe's a tag team champion. Congratulations. This is enough already. The match is over.
Shut up.
You shut up. The match is over. Close on off the top rope. You're a real big shot, Nick Gage.
They may have won the battle.
You're not the man. You're a loser.
But Nick Gage and Nate Hatred are gonna win the war.
It's not a battle war. They got the belts. It's over. Look at the back of Mark Briscoe. It's bloody.
It doesn't even look like the former champs even care that they dropped the titles. They wanted to beat the hell out of the Briscoes, and that's exactly what they did here tonight in Smyrna.
Well, Mark and Jay Briscoe, congratulations. They are the new CZW Tag Team Champions. What is Dewey doing here? Listen to this crowd erupt for them. Listen to the crowd, John House.
I can't believe this. What a catastrophe just happened here.
I am so proud of these kids right now. Mark and Jay Briscoe, congratulations. You did it. You won the Tag Team Championship. It was all worth it. And your new CZW World Tag Team Champions. What a moment here. I got chills running up and down my spine, John House.
Hey, where's their music? Let's go! Where's their music?
Their music sucks!
You're fucked! Give us a shower! Be good, Barry. What's up?
Zandig comes out with the Big Japan Deathmatch Championship belt wrapped around his waist. The Iron Man champion, Sick Nick Mondo, and the wife beater. Tonight, John House, it is not about belts. It's not even about pride. It is about pure survival for Justice Payne, Trent Acid, and Johnny Kashmere. Because tonight, they are going to find themselves in one hell of a war with the wife beaters Zandig and Sick Nick Mondo. Was it all worth it? The 5 minutes of glory, was it all worth it? Tonight we find out.
What are you talking about, Gargiulo? The Backseat Boys, the greatest tag team of all time in CZW, are teamed up with the greatest heavyweight champion of all time, Justice Payne. They're unstoppable, they're indestructible, and for months, Zandig has been trying to put the kibosh on Justice Payne, and Justice Payne outsmarts him every time. And what makes you think it's going to change here tonight?
You know, we talked about it before, House. You talked about it. You talked about the Briscoes. You said they won the battle, but not the war. Well, I think that could be said about what happened last week, because tonight we are going to see a war. Look at the fans around here. 300 or 400 people, all with weapons. Here come Trent Acid, Johnny Kashmere with a bat, a backup. Oh, and there's the champ.
Rephrase that sentence there, Eric. There is the superstar, Trent Acid, unbreakable Johnny Kashmere with the ultra-violent all-star and world champion, Justice Payne.
Why do you call him Kashmere like you used to do on commentary? He's not that far
What are you
from the
talking
table.
about?
You used to call him Kashmere.
You got a problem, Eric.
He's right there. Why do you call him
Johnny Kashmere is unbreakable.
I'm disappointed in you.
The boss tried to break Johnny Kashmere and did not get the job done. He don't like you, Eric, and neither do I.
I was a supporter. I supported him. I went to bat for him plenty of times around here in the company. That's the kind of thanks I got.
Shut up.
Who does he think he is to threaten me? Why don't you use some of that martial arts that you have in your bio on him?
What are you talking about, Eric?
You're too busy saving Hebrew
Check
women.
this out. Wife beater has never defeated Justice Payne. Justice Payne is undefeated against Zandig, against Nick Mondo, and against the wife beater. The ball is in the court of the backseats and Justice Payne here tonight.
When Johnny Kashmere lost to the Towel Boy, who was in his corner? I was. When Johnny Kashmere lost to Z-Bar, who was in his corner? I was. When Johnny Kashmere lost to Trent Acid, who was in his corner? I was. I praised him. I did whatever I could to offer advice, to go to whoever it may be, to tell them the true side of the story. And that's the kind of thanks I get. But you know what, Johnny? F you too, my friend.
Shut up.
What are they called? The Backseat Trio? P-Town? The Pain Game? What's their name? They're going to call it with some fancy name? Where's your little flashy jacket?
What we have on the outside of the ring are the 3 greatest of all time in CZW. Eric Gargiulo, show some respect before Kashmere comes over here and beats the hell out of you with that ball bat.
You know, if Trent and Johnny don't think that Justice Payne would not sell them out if he had to, they both have another thing coming. He sold out the wife beater, his own brother in blood, practically a family member, the Hate Club. They ran CZW for the entire year of 2001. But you know, I saw it coming, House. I saw it coming. Remember what happened back in September at Cage to the End? The lengths that he went to. He flew Yamakawa into this country to win the World Heavyweight Championship. And then it was back in Dover when Justice Payne hit the wife beater.
The boss is the one that tapped out. I seen it. Trent Acid never tapped out.
Trent Acid tapped out to the Comic Atomic.
It looks to me like Zandig, Nick Mondo, and wife beater are reluctant to lock up with Justice Payne and the Backseat Boys.
Wouldn't you be too? Zandig gave Trent Acid a whole world of opportunity. Johnny Kashmere walked out of this company. You know, what did he expect, to be welcomed back with open arms? Yeah, he proved himself, sure. But the only thing that you proved last week is that you're a sellout and you're a coward.
You know, Eric, the boss said he's the smartest man in this business. But he has never outsmarted Justice Payne. So if the boss is the smartest man in the business and Justice Payne outsmarted him, what does that make our champion?
What that makes our champion is a marked man. Our champion is now the hunted. Our champion is about to step into the ring with a pack of wolves that are looking to tear him limb from limb. Whether it's Zandig, the Big Japan Deathmatch champion, whether it's the wife beater, former world heavyweight champion, or whether it's our current Iron Man champion, or maybe the sickest man in our locker room, Nick Mondo. Look at the glass. Look at the barbed wire tables. Look at the flash of light bulbs. And look all around this arena here, all around the parking lot, as fans are sitting here with all kinds of disgusting weapons. It's going to be a massacre here tonight at the hands of the Big Deals.
Did you see how Wife Beater went after Justice Payne and he checked himself before he wrecked himself?
And Trent Acid and Johnny Cashmere and Justice Payne all very reluctant to get into the ring. The only reason they're reluctant is because their opponents don't have their backs turned. Bunch of cowards.
Justice Payne is the champion, Eric. You have to show him his respect, okay? He
Respect for what?
defeated White Beater in one of the fastest matches I have ever seen in my whole 20-year career.
It was a swerve, and it stinks. Right now, Zandig stalking his prey. Trent Acid hiding behind fans.
What Zandig and Nick Mondo need to do is get in the ring.
And it's on as Justice Payne is in, and he's out. Where's your bet, Cashmere? I'll give them their due. The Backseat Boys at one time, the greatest tag team ever to come down the aisle here in CZW. But it's not 2000, it's not July, it is July of 2001. It's a new day, a new era here. They have seen their better days, and tonight they are about to get a whooping at the hands of the Big Deals.
Yeah, shut up, Gargiulo. You heard the champ. Zip it.
I don't listen to anything that he says. I got no respect for him.
And Eric, you've said it yourself in the past that Justice Payne was CZW's most fighting its champion. What happened to that?
Ask him. And there you go. The first shots were fired in this war. Zandig and Mondo fired the first shots. And Johnny Cashmere is in no man's land. And Trent Acid and Johnny Cashmere sneak behind Zandig and Nick Mondo, and Justice Payne is walking away.
I told you, the backseat to Justice Payne, we're going to outsmart the boss, Wife Beater and Nick Mondo.
What happened to our fighting champion? Wife Beater now all over Johnny Cashmere. This war started a few weeks back in Sewell, New Jersey, when Johnny Cashmere decided to get into the business of Nick Mondo and was choking Stein by the Wife Beater, and a power slam, a power slam. And I think that was all part of the plan looking back on it.
That was a smart move by the champion to take a hike for a little while. I'm sure he'll be back. His title is not on the line here tonight.
And Trent Acid sneaks up behind his former tag team partner, Zandig, and Johnny Cashmere just wailed him with a fluorescent light tube into the back of the Wife Beater. You think that's gonna hurt him?
Johnny Cashmere's been waiting for months to get his hands on the boss.
Johnny Cashmere has one hell of an opportunity tonight to do that if that's what he really wants. Nick Mondo throws a chair, and Trent Acid misses with the Yakuza kick. Nick Mondo up on top, big elbow off the top. Wife Beater setting up a couple chairs at ringside here. Suplex under those chairs, onto the gravel. Did it hurt? Does it hurt?
That's illegal, Eric. They got to keep this match in the ring.
There are no rules in this match. Fans apply their weapons. An ultra-violent war. Max Smack out there. How are Max Smack and C-Bar going to coexist? Trent Acid is calling for the end of this one. Up on top. Looked like he was trying to go for a tornado DDT. Lost his balance once again. The Big Deals have gotten into the head of Trent Acid. He cannot even concentrate.
Big Deals greased up the ropes before the match.
No, they got it to the head of Trent Acid. He can't even concentrate. Hurricanrana off the top. And Johnny Cashmere just received the receipt from Zandig, who is digging that light bulb into the back of Johnny Cashmere. Nick Mondo slides the light bulbs in. Wife Beater slow to get up. Where's Justice Payne? Where's the fighting champion?
Here he comes. I told you he'd be back.
What are they doing here? What are Nick Gage and Nate Hatred doing here? And Zandig all over Cashmere, but what are Gage and Hatred doing here?
I'll tell you what they're doing here. They're working for the champ.
And once again, it looks like Zandig has been swerved. A plan B by Justice Payne. Nate Hatred and Nick Gage all over the wife beater.
I said it once, I've said it a million times. Justice Payne always outsmarts the boss, and that's why he is the CZW heavyweight champion.
Oh, he's a fighting champion. Real fighting champion. Right now, Justice Payne with the fluorescent light tube. Nick Mondo outside of the ring, right over the back of Zandig. And a triple kick there. But what are they, huh? Are they the new NSYNC? Are they some new boy band? They're gonna copy some fancy name? What do you think? Right now they have up the wife beater. Oh! Are you kidding me, Gage and Hatred? What is your problem? You're outside for the match. You lost the belt. What's your problem?
White beater was just thrown through a table wrapped in barbed wire, and I believe there was a sheet of glass on that table.
This is disgusting. This has nothing to do with the match. And Z-Bar is under the ring.
Where else would he be, the coward?
He's under the ring and Max yelling at him. And they have a plate of glass, John House. Enough's enough already.
Gargiulo, you don't mess with Justice Payne in the backseat, boys. This is what happens.
He's the owner of our company. He's the man that goes over to Japan every month to represent our company and fight for CZW.
But the boss asked for this match, and he got it.
And Johnny Cashmere.
Oh, he's been waiting for this. Get him.
Disgusting. Punk. Something with a punk.
Everybody gets what they deserve in CZW, and the boss deserved it. The boss deserved it.
He deserved nothing. Johnny Cashmere now outside of the ring with the wife beater. Big bat to the back of the wife beater. Again, another shot with that bat.
Who would have ever thought Johnny Cashmere would be beating the hell out of the wife beater all on his own?
Not you. You've been trashing him for the last 4 months. Belly-to-belly overhead by Justice Payne, your champion. And
he is our champion, Eric, and he's a proud champion.
He's your champion. Look at Zandig. Look at his face. And they are just killing the big deals. We talked about it. An actual murder. I have never seen Zandig beaten like this. And look at Nate Hatred with that strap. It's not the strap you wore around your waist for the last couple months because you lost it. And Cashmere to the back of the wife beater, the former Iron Man champion.
Yeah,
he wants any part of it.
He wants some.
You're a real big man, huh? And Trent Acid right to the back of Nick Mondo. You're a real big shot, Johnny Cashmere, threatening me.
Look at the big deals now, Gargiulo. They ain't looking too good. How dare them?
You're gonna go threaten Wax at ringside too while you're at it? We got glass all over us here at the table. This whole scene is just an absolute massacre. Where is Bar? I see Bar popping out on one side of the ring over here, one side of the ring over there. What a coward.
I think tonight we see the death of Zandig because the former tag team champions, Nick Gage, he's setting up a table. He's going to kill him.
You know, I talked about earlier tonight that it was about pure survival, but at this point in time, it is about pure survival for Zandig. And I don't think I would have ever said that.
The boss asked for it. He got it, Gargiulo.
Johnny Cashmere, I just can't get it out of my head. Him and Justice Payne. I like Justice Payne too. He was a nice guy up until the last 7 days.
He's a nice
He
guy.
turned into a scumbag. Why don't you go in there and have anal sex with them while you're at it, huh? You're kissing their ass up out here. Why don't you go oil it up and stick it in the back? Huh?
Look at your boss, Eric. This is what happens when you mess with Justice Payne and the backseats.
Johnny Cashmere all over the Iron Man champion. Right now they are just being buried in a pool of glass. This is just wrong. This is an absolute 5-on-3 situation.
5-on-3. Where do you see 5?
Cashmere, Acid, Pain, Gage, and Hatred.
I see 5-on-5 because Hard Times with the board.
Gage and Pain don't even like each other. I don't even know why they're working together. They've been at it for the last 2 years. And they have another plane of glass set up.
Justice Payne's the champion. When you have the belt, you got power, Eric. People listen to you.
He's a marked man.
He's the champion.
Have your fun tonight, because eventually it's all going to come to an end. And Nick Mondo making a last-ditch effort to battle for the big deals as he is driven right into that glass. Why bother pulling a wrestling move at this point?
This is it. It's all over for the big deals. They're done. We may never see them again. It's CZW.
Can somebody in the back help these guys?
Go ahead, Gargiulo. You like the boss so much. Get out there.
I'm not a professional wrestler. You know, you're the guy with the martial arts background. What, if they were Hebrew, would you help them?
I don't like the boss, okay? If it was Justice Payne, yes, I'd go help him.
And Z-Bar there having a heart attack at ringside.
Look at Max Smack. What's he trying to do? Heat the glass?
And Max Smack, he was just an innocent bystander at ringside. What is their problem with Max Smack? And Trent Acid throwing Nick Mondo off the glass. They have other plans, obviously. Why doesn't Hartog do something? You're such an enforcer. Getting sick to my stomach, too. Max Smack may be the luckiest man in the world here tonight.
If you've noticed, Eric Gargiulo, the backseat and Justice Payne have been in control for 99.9% of this match.
And Nick Mondo now rolling into a sea of glass. Remember, Nick Mondo won an Iron Man match under circumstances like this. And a brain buster into that plane of glass. Enough's enough already! What are you flexing for? What did you do, you big bully? You sicko! I think I've seen enough.
Those 5 guys hate the boss. Eric, you know what? I hate the boss.
You've been singing his praises out here for the last few months. What's your problem with him now? What is Gage all mad about?
There goes your boss, Eric. Helpless.
I don't even know what to say at this point.
Crying for help. He better not come over here and cry. I'll smack him.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to see that big shot. You're in your 20 years, right?
Don't forget the martial arts background.
And look at those 5 sickos standing tall in there. Like they just did something. Like they just accomplished something.
They're the rulers of CZW.
Look at the look of these guys. What are they holding their hands for? Like they just did something. And then Gage has just swerved Justice Payne. And I love it. I love it.
Wait a minute. They're making a big mistake, Gargiulo.
You're looking at 2 guys in Nick and Nate that just don't like anybody. And Trent Acid was just slammed in that pool of glass. Nick Gage with Johnny Cashmere. How about another for me, Gage?
I think Nate Hatred and Nick Gage heard me say that the Backstreet Boys were the greatest tag team of all time, and they didn't like it.
Hey, Gage and Hatred just don't like anybody.
Oh, man, what's going on here? You guys had them right where you wanted them.
Roaring elbow. I think I know what's going on. I think I know what's going on. It's all for one here in CZW. It is an all-out war here in the combat zone. What's it going to take, John House?
What's it going to take? It's going to take for someone to go outside and beat the hell out of Xanthi like they've been doing. What is this? This is not a scheduled matchup we have in here now.
Oh, now you have a problem with it.
Nick Gage and Nate Hatred should have been escorted back to the locker room about 45 seconds ago.
Do you know what's happening right now? You are looking at the new Hate Club. They are the new Hate Club, John House. Nick Gage and Nate Hatred, they are the new Hate Club.
They are.
That is where the hate lies. The new Hate Club are Nick and Nate. Who would have ever thought it?
Who would have ever thunk it?
Who's laughing last now, huh? Huh, Justice Payne?
You've been running from me all night!
Running?
You've been running from me all night! This is between me and you! Let's go!
I hope White Feeder goes in there and he tears this kid apart.
I hope the White Feeder gets in there too, because he has never, I mean never, defeated Justice Payne. Justice Payne is undefeated.
Look at the back of the White Feeder. Look at the back of the White Feeder. And they're back out here. The big deal's in the Hate Club. And Nick Mondo and Zandig will live to see another day.
Hasn't Nick Mondo and Zandig had enough beating for one day? Hey look, the Backseat Boys and Justice Payne are triple teaming White Feeder.
And Nick Mondo and Nate Hatred are about 2 feet away from me. And Nick Mondo is beating the hell out of your new Hate Club member. And look at the bodies, look at the bloodshed. Is this even humane? What the hell are we seeing here tonight? What is this?
The boss asked for this beating, and he got exactly what he asked for.
The boss asked for a fair shot, and this was nothing. Nick and Nate have yet to leave the area. Zandig and Mondo in the ring.
What is this? What is this? What is this?
He just said it!
You fucking fans! We are the new Hate Club!
CZW will never, ever be the same.
Hey, you don't know what you just got yourself into? You're gonna die just like a little punk Payne! And you too! You too! Nate, wanna be hatred?
I'll kick your little pussy's ass!
Motherfucker!
Go home and fuck your little pussy!
You ain't had hatred! You ain't had a hardcore match until you've had a match with me! Tuck your tits in, so, since I am the owner of this company, I am the booker in this company, you can figure your ass dead right now! I get in that fucking car and head over the fucking bridge because I'm gonna kill you, punk!
Easier said than done, boss.
And the war between the Hate Club and the Big Deals has never reached a level like this, ever here in CZW. Nick Gage and Nate Hatred, they are announced as the new Hate Club. CZW has been turned inside out.
With what the boss is doing right now. He's killing Z-Bar.
And he just gave Z-Bar the clothesline from hell and only 2 to go with it.
Where was Z-Bar with the boss? White Feeder and Nick Mondo were getting their butts kicked. He was under the ring, that coward.
He was under the ring. And you know Max Smack's loving every minute of this. They are tearing this kid apart. Remember, the Hate Club are still in the aisleway. They have not retreated to the locker room.
I don't care who the Hate Club is. I don't care.
Nick Gage and Nate Hatred are in a bad mood. They were robbed of their CZW Tag Team titles earlier on tonight.
In the White Feeder, Sick Nick Mondo, and the ultraviolet icons ending. Everybody in this company is in for a whole lot of trouble, and you people know it. And you people at home that are sitting on your ass watching TV, you'll never get to see this on the couch. Get your ass out to a show and you see what we do at CZW for real.
You know, when we came to the building tonight, we were told the name of the show is called The Hate Club is Dead, but they have never been more live than here tonight, July the 14th in Smyrna, Delaware.
We loved your posters. Bring tape. They got them here for sale. Where? I'll go buy it.
Sorry, that goes. That's
So much fun, that man.
Wait a minute, Nick Burke is still in the ring. This isn't
What's he
over.
doing out here? He must have totally lost his mind.
Thought the show was over.
Yeah, shut up when Nick Burke's talking.
Shouldn't be going on.
He turned the power off.
You shouldn't be doing up. This glass is hardcore.
He turned the power off. That's what happened here. He didn't want that match to happen. Your plan sucked.
I've been there for him. He made me win the championship. And I think he's what I need. What are you You like that?
Don't take the shirt off.
Puppies!
Woof, woof. He's not even conscious.
Will no longer be in CCW.
And the Hate Club have returned. And Z-Bar better get the hell out of there.
Nick Gage hates. He really hates the bar.
Z-Bar is dead. He's softcore now.
A double brain buster looks like they're going for.
Welcome to the Softcore Connection, Z-Bar. Membership has its privileges.
It's over.
This kid's in for a long night. Burke better turn that power on so they can announce the show's over. And they are laying out Z-Bar right now. He's only 19 years old.
Shit,
give him a break. You think Z-Bar just saw his life flash before his eyes? See that wet spot in the middle of Z-Bar? Think he just peed his pants. And I would imagine that will do it for us here in Smyrna, Delaware. For John House, Eric Gargiulo, and the Hate Club is far from dead.